What's going on, guys? It is Goalazio here. I'm back to another FIFA 20 career mode video. Guys, today I am bringing you the best right midfielders you can sign in career mode as of now. Guys, make sure you do hit that like button. Of course, make sure you join my Discord. The link is in the description. A lot of you in there already. We're giving each other tips, advice, career modes to go, and just general chat. So make sure you check that out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. But without further ado, let's go on into the first player. Coming in out, we have Goalazio, who is a Czech Republic right midfielder. He starts off at 74 rated with a potential of 88, so really good growth there. Of course, he is going to cost you around £11 million. He has a really low wage, though. His wage is actually quite low. It's only around £3 grand. But he does have 4-star skill, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. And to start with, his acceleration, sprint speed, movement, all stats are in those high 70s, which is pretty awesome. His ball control is at 75, shot power 74, stamina at 74 as well. I'd say brilliant cross on the game. His stats don't say that he is, but one thing I love about him, if you are crossing the ball, imagine you're just entering the final third and then you whip it in, that's where he's good at crossing the ball. What I want to try and do for you guys with the players as well, I want to try and give you a good variety. So I'm bringing you a couple Road to Glory players, and of course I'm bringing you a few more expensive players. I haven't brought any really established ones because I thought you might know who they are already. But anyway, let's take a look at this guy. We got Francisco, and I won't lie, he costs a fortune. His release clause is around 28 million. So he is going to cost you around 18 mil selling down those lines in career mode. But nevertheless, you do get those 4-star skills. 75 rated, 88 potential. Absolutely incredible. And to be fair, starter stats are not too bad. Dribbling and curve at 83. Acceleration at 82. Sprint speed 77. Agility at 79. Reactions the exact same. And his composure is at 84. A brilliant winger. Much prefer him as a right forward because either cut in, so he is a left-footed player, just so you know. So if you do like cutting in, you do have that ability to get a really good shot off. The only problem I do have is his crossing abilities more than anything. So he's more of a dribble at defenders type player, pass the ball into the middle and then overlap. But anyway, without a doubt, brilliant player to have in career mode. Goalazio, when I did the best right mid video, he came second. He was a close second in my choice because I was like, who do I actually pick? But Goalazio, an incredible right winger. He's 5'10", he's English, and he starts off a 74 rated potential of 88. He is going to cost you, though, around £15 million, just so you know, in that first season. He does have 4-star skills, a 3-star weak foot, but some of those stats are warrant of the price. 86 acceleration, sprint speed, agility around 85, balance at 78, jumping at 72, 80 ball control, and that short pass is not too bad to start with at 71. But without a doubt, he does grow quite substantially really quick. So this is a player that you need to buy in that first season, to be truthfully honest. I don't think he has a release clause. No, he doesn't. But he is a player that you need to invest in straight away. If you don't invest straight away, you're kind of going to lose out on him, and his rating's going to be at least 80 plus before the end of the second season. Tall, fast, skillful. Sarr, playing for Watford. The right midfielder starts off a 78 rated potential of 88. Gonna cost you around 70 to 22 million pounds. Anyway, dribbling at 83, sprint speed and acceleration around 95 overall, shot power 84, agility 79, balance 75. So you have to say his statistics are so all round, is absolutely incredible. And of course, he's a speed dribbler. Am I surprised with that 90 plus pace? But he does have a work rate of high and medium defensive work rate, so he is pretty decent on this. So he's not pushing back too often, but he is doing it enough to help your defense not to be overrun. Jeremy Doku. This guy came third in my best series. He was the third choice. Anyway, we do have Jeremy Doku, and he starts off a 69 rate, a very good Road to Glory player, just so you know. He is going to cost you around £2.5 million. You can't get him cheaper for that. I got him for $2 million exactly, if I remember correctly. But that 69 rated with an 87 potential is going to get you 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. And his movement stats and jumping are the one to actually keep your eye on. 94 acceleration, sprint speed at 87, agility 95, balance 92, 88 jumping. So he's really good at actually getting up for the ball. Considering he's only 5'7", he leaps up like a salmon. Recently added the game, Harvey Elliott. The 16-year-old starts off at 64 rated. Is going to cost you around less than £1 million. Of course, he has only just been put in the game, but you can loan him in. I would recommend loaning him in to actually begin with, to give you a little taste and consider signing him. But anyway, he does have 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills, and his stats are generally all round in that movement section. He does have around 75 pace overall, agility is at 83, balance at 80. So for a 64 rated player, that is substantially really good statistics. But he is another one of those dribbling at defenders type player. He likes to get around them. Yes, he doesn't have the skill moves, but he still has those ability to kind of cut on in onto his left foot, his preferred foot, and actually get around the defender and lay that ball off really well. So without doubt, a cracking little player. Dembele, the Celtic English right winger. Guys, this guy is burst on the scene for Saudi. He's going to cost you less than £1 million. Starting off at 64 rate, potential of 85. 4-star skills. He's kind of like he's an upgraded version of that Harvey Elliott, in all fairness, but with a slightly lower potential. Movement stats, 88. Sprint speed, 84. Agility, 90. Balance, 85. That for, oh my gosh, for a 64 rated player is just incredible. One thing I really love about him is a lot of these players is that kind of cutting in, dribbling around players. But one thing I do like about him, he can cross the ball really well. He can dribble around players. And one thing he is brilliant at is on the counter-attacking football. So if you are, he always kind of stays out out in the corner. A lot of the time, wingers tend to kind of drift in, depending on their attributes. But for some reason, this guy just stays there, and he's like, right, I'm here for a counter attack. Ready when you are, boys. And that's what he does. Absolute brilliant and a counter attack. And the guy with those stats, he just cannot catch up with you. Visharen, Yari, I'm trying to learn how to pronounce his name. I've actually got Google Translate over now, and I got the voice thing on. I tried to do it, but I'm not too good. Anyway, less of that story. But anyway, Yari, he is a cam, right, guys? But I got him in my Newport career mode, and I used him as a cam. He's all right, right? He's not the best, but he's decent. But when you put him out on the wing, he's actually really good. He's a cracking little winger. 4-star skill moves, 3-star skills. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. Agility and balance at around 89, 87 overall to actually begin with. It's dribbling, curve, ball control, all that. Crossing is very, very good. And that's one of the reasons why I think I like him. He has enough acceleration to actually get round players. So, for example, if you are trying to actually just give that little extra boost to get past and then whip the ball in, he has that ability with around 75 to begin with, but that does grow up to around 81 when he's around 82 rated, so take that in consideration. But when I started playing him more out on the wing, with that little bit more extra height that he does have, he is around 5'8", so he has a tiny amount of height, but it helps quite a lot in comparison to some other wingers. But I found him really calm and composed on the ball, which his composure is around 71 to begin with, and he whips the ball in so well. I became such an instant fan of him being out there, and his positioning is impeccable being out on that wing. Compared to him being in a cam, his positioning out on the wing is impeccable. It's absolutely brilliant. You might be like, Dan, I watched your best series and you haven't mentioned Kubo yet. Well, here he is. Kubo is your, if you've watched the best series, you want to see a more in-depth video on him, check out that. But Kubo is one of the best. He is the best winger I've used in this game. 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. He's fast. He's skillful. He has really good ability of actually crossing the ball in when his rating actually goes up. Good at finishing as well. You can cut in on with him on that right-hand side. And the thing is, all because he's got 4-star weak foot, he can cross the ball in really well with his weaker foot. So brilliant. But the only biggest downside with him is the fact you can't sign him in that first season, which is absolutely gutting. Absolutely gutting. But nevertheless, he's a brilliant player and without doubt the best right mid that you can actually sign in this game. But anyway, guys, that was the best right midfielders you can sign in career. I think I got you a nice little bit of versatility there on rating-wise. I got a few Road to Glory type players. I got a few more established players who are going to cost you a bit more money. And then I got some slightly more in between. So it'd be interesting to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below who you signed in our right-hand side, which you've gone, Dan, you need to check this out. These guys are incredible. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We get your opinions and everything. But anyway, guys, my name is Goalazio. Make sure you check out my Discord. The link's in the description. Of course, while you're done, hit that subscribe button and that like button. But anyway, guys, my name is Goalazio. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And guess what? I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.